Hello. So now we're gonna, start getting to the meat on using Lumbermixalot, getting a character today. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to mixamo.com. We're gonna log in and we're gonna pick the character that we're gonna be using for this tutorial series. So let's log in. And here we are. And this is, what most of you will find something similar, maybe a default character because I've been using Mixamo for a while. So the key goal is to get the character. So the character we're going to use for the tutorial series, we're going to find it here. Go to the characters section here. And I think his name is Romero. There it is. Good old Romero. We're going to switch the character. And it's going to appear in the default T-pose and facing us and so on. So we're simply going to click download, pose T-pose FBX. We're not going to change anything here. Click download. And you will notice that even though the name of this character in particular is Romero, when you download it, it's an FBX with a very cryptic name. But anyways, it is what it is. So I'm gonna go to the folder. I'm gonna rename the FBX to Romero. This is optional. It's just that I don't like that default name. You can rename it as a regular file, and then we're gonna proceed to import it into Blender. So after downloading the file, I rename it. Here it is. This is the name I gave it, Romero, and it is right here. I put it under this particular folder, Lumbermixalot tutorial. As you can see, I already downloaded other things. Don't worry about that, we'll get there. Those are the motions. For now, we're focusing only on the character. Now, let's see it in Blender. So as in the previous tutorial, this is Blender. I had already installed the plugin. You can see it here, but for now, let's hide it. Let's import the character. Something I like to do is I want to select, we're not going to need any of these default things that Blender provides for us, the camera, that box, and the light source. Delete it. And we're going to say File, Import FBX. And we're going to pick the file Romero. And there it is. So that's the default file. But this is usually how you should get a raw FBX that just comes from Mixamo. It's going to be facing from the point of view of Blender, is going to be facing on Y negative, facing in this direction. Okay. If you're curious, you can go to X-ray mode, and you're going to see the bones. I'm going to disable. But okay, so here's the other thing. So what is what is exactly the quote secret sauce of Lumbermixalot, and why this is so useful for you? If you notice, let's take a look at what is in here in this file. The armature is basically the whole joint hierarchy, joint/bones hierarchy. And you will notice that the root bone in this hierarchy is at the hips. And I think to see it, you will have to go to post mode. Let me click again. There it is. There is highlighted. That's the root bone. So that's a problem for Lumberyard, and I think even most other regular game engines also have the same issue, where ideally they want the root bone to be here at the floor or the feet of the characters, because that's what is going to guide the animation framework to move the character with what is called root motion. Most animation frameworks allows you to use or not use the root motion, but they require that first bone to be right here at the floor, at the feet. So let's open now. I think it's time to bring Lumbermixalot, and here it is. So the root bone name here, according to the description I place here, is simply that what is the name of the root bone we're going to add, or basically the plugin is going to add when we do the conversion. By default, the name is root. Okay, so Lumbermixalot will find the root bone as it comes from the FBX, but we're going to add something on top of that, and you can customize that name in case you need it. Root, the default, is fine. The motion extraction options, this one is only important for motion extraction. Right now, we're just going to export the character and the T-pose and the skinning data. So we don't care about this at the moment. Also, we don't care about the rotation around the Z-axis either. What is important now is that you're going to pick an output directory where you're going to place the converted data. So ideally, you want to set it up to an output directory basically located in a game project you already have open with Lumberyard. So I'm going to pick my game project. So we have it here, and we're going to accept. This is just to choose the name of the folder. This option called append actor or motion is simply an option that will help you to automatically add an actor subfolder under the folder you pick here when you are exporting an actor. If you're exporting a motion, then the motion is going to be plugged under, it's going to be exported under a subfolder called motions under this folder. If you don't like that, you can unselect it. I like it because it keeps my actors and motions separated. Now, this is an option for developers, so don't worry about this in case you don't care about the code and what it's doing, or debugging in case you find a bug or something. So don't care about this. So finally, what is going to happen? You have two options. You have the option convert and you have the option export FBX. What's the difference? Convert does everything. Convert basically will do the transformation that is required, and it's gonna also, if the FBX name here is not empty, in this case it's empty, but if it is not empty, it automatically will export the FBX with the given name under this directory, and potentially, depending what you have here, under the subdirectory called actor. Okay? But if you have no name, that means we're not going to output anything. It's going to be a conversion here in memory. Basically, it's a way to get a preview of the conversion that is going to be done without committing to an output file. So let's do that first. And I'm going to click convert, but I need to pick, it's important, pick on the root here in this armature node. This name is always there. is actually, this name is given by Blender, actually. This name doesn't come from the FBX. So you're going to click there and you're going to click convert. And look at what happens. Nothing much really, other than we added the root bone. And the root bone is now, again, you have to, when you want to see it in this orientation facing Y, you see Y plus is here, positive Y, negative Y is right here. This is the bone that we added with the name root. You see it here. The default is now here under the armature, and you will see that everything that was there got moved as a child of the new root bone. Now, this means everything is looking good. We're going to export the character. So I'm going to call this one, particularly I'm going to call this one Romero 2 because I already had a Romero in my game project when I was validating the tutorial. So I'm going to call it Romero 2. And now I already converted. So I'm going to click export. You see here, it's going to look blue. And you will see down here a quick pop-up message that is done. Now we are going to see the character in Lumberyard.